Have you ever wondered how the Amish, without modern machines, synthetic fertilizers, or even electricity, grow vegetables the size of small children? Giant cabbages, carrots as thick as your arm, tomatoes that barely fit in your hand. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's soil. Rich, living, carefully nurtured soil. Passed down knowledge. Ancient methods. Quiet hacks no one talks about. But today we will. Let's go beyond the garden gate and discover the forgotten secrets hidden in the dirt. 1. The quiet magic of cover crops. Late September. Morning dew still clings to the tall grass. You'll find many Amish folks out in their gardens, not harvesting. Planting, but not vegetables. They're sowing cover crops. Clover, buckwheat, rye. These aren't meant for the dinner table. They're for the soil, for the earth beneath. You gotta feed the soil if you want it to feed you. One old Amish farmer once said to me, pulling his straw hat low over his eyes, "These plants don't just sit there. No, their roots dive deep, loosening compacted soil, adding biomass. And come spring, the whole lot is chopped down, turned under. Becomes food, not for us, for the worms, for the microbes, for the living underground." That's how the Amish do it, year after year, quietly restoring life, growing soil before they grow vegetables. It's an art, and kind of secret, too. Bone meal, blood meal, and a bit of grit. It's not always fancy. Sometimes it's gritty, literally. Ever hear of bone meal? The Amish use it. A lot. Comes from ground-up animal bones. Then there's blood meal. Dried animal blood, rich in nitrogen. Sounds weird. Smells worse. But man, it works. These folks ain't squeamish. They'll mix it right into their beds before planting squash or cabbage. And crushed eggshells? Always saved. Dried, ground, sprinkled into rows. That's calcium. Helps prevent blossom end, rot in tomatoes. It's all part of the routine. One that's not written down, but passed along, grandfather to grandson. Sometimes it feels like witchcraft, but really, it's just observation, tradition, and knowing exactly what your plants are begging for. 3. Sun mapping and shade strategy. They don't own solar apps. No digital planners. But boy, the Amish know where the sun moves. Every inch of their land has been watched for years. They know where the first morning light hits, where the late afternoon shadows fall, and they use that knowledge. Big time. Leafy greens go in the east beds. Cucumbers where the afternoon heat hits hardest. You wouldn't notice it, not right away, but their gardens are like sundials. Every vegetable placed just so, where it'll thrive, where it wants to be. Sometimes it's a gut feeling. Sometimes it's stories. Grandma always put the beans along that fence. And you know what? Grandma was right. 4. Soil tests? Nope. Just look, smell, feel. In most modern gardening books, you'll find pages about pH strips, lab reports, complicated charts. The Amish? They crouch. They scoop a handful of soil. Smell it. Run it between their fingers. That's their test. Earthy smell? Good. Worms in the first scoop? Even better. If it clumps but crumbles, perfect texture. They're in tune with their land, like musicians with their instruments. You ask, isn't that risky? But they'll tell you, why test something you already know? It's experience. It's a sixth sense. And yeah, sometimes it leads to surprises. But more often, it's dead-on accurate. Soil speaks, and they listen. 5. Letting weeds speak first. Here's a little secret. Amish folks don't panic at weeds. Not right away, because weeds tell stories. Dandelions? Might mean compacted soil. Plantain leaves? Could be low calcium. They watch. Take notes, mental ones. Sometimes they'll let the weeds grow for a week. Let them say something. Then they act. Not with chemicals. Nah, with hose. With straw. With elbow grease. But the key is they learn why those weeds showed up. That's the real Amish hack. They don't just fight weeds. They listen to them. because every unwanted plant is trying to say something about the soil. 6. Tools passed down, hands worn in. There's something sacred about Amish tools. They don't buy new every year. Nah, that hoe, been in the family since the 40s. That spade, granddad's. Handles smoothed by generations of hands. It's not just sentiment. These tools are fitted to them, balanced, maintained, sharpened by hand, oiled in winter. And when they work the soil, it's not rushed. It's rhythmic. You feel it watching them, like watching a craftsman with a chisel. There's care, there's patience, and there's an unspoken belief. If you respect the soil, it'll return the favor. Big time. 7. No tilling? Yes tilling? Depends. Ask 5 Amish farmers about tilling and you'll get 5 different answers. Some swear by no-till. Layers of mulch, letting worms do the work. Others still fire up the horse-drawn tillers every spring. Loosen everything. Turn under. Depends on the crop, the season, the soil's mood almost. There's no single way. That's what's surprising. It's not about rules. It's about flexibility and listening. They adjust every year, tweak things, and somehow it always works. That's the beauty of it. No rigid formulas. Just feel. 8. Talking to plants, sort of. It might sound strange, but some Amish folks talk to their plants. Not out loud, necessarily, but in a quiet, mental way. That cabbage don't look happy, one woman told me once. So I moved her. Her, not it. They don't see plants as objects, more like companions, partners. And maybe that's why their vegetables thrive, because they're grown with attention, care, respect. You can feel it in their gardens. There's a calmness, a relationship, and maybe, just maybe, the plants grow bigger because they're not just fed, they're seen. 9. Rain means everything. Weather forecasts? The Amish don't check apps. They watch the sky, the wind, the birds. A ring around the moon means rain. Crickets go silent? Storm's coming, and they plan around it. They won't water needlessly if they know a storm's coming in. That teaches plants resilience, teaches roots to grow deeper, to search. That's how you get sturdy stalks, heavy fruits. Rain, when it falls just right, feels like a blessing, and they don't waste it. Barrels are full, gutters lead to underground tanks. It's all used, conserved, honored, because rain is a gift. Always. 10. Patience, the final ingredient. If there's one thing Amish soil hacks teach us, it's patience. Things grow slow, naturally. No shortcuts, no magic sprays, just steady care. Some of their cabbages take months. Potatoes, buried deep and forgotten till fall. But when they harvest, wow, huge, full of flavor, worth the wait. That's their philosophy. Give the soil what it needs. Give the plants what they crave. And then step back. Let nature do its thing. It's not flashy, but works. And maybe that's the biggest hack of all, trusting the old ways when the world keeps shouting for new ones.